That's lovely, isn't it? Well, I like it. I mean, it may be a little slow for you, but it's beautiful music. Welcome to the Bear Cave. It's Night Talk. I'm Teddy. And shout out to the mob, all my other bears I call the Grizzlies. BlackTea Senseless. That's what it is. Analyze this at Unwind with Teddy. So I was trying to pull up a different video that I wanted to play in the background. Let me see if I can do that uh, real quick. I have it here. Yeah, that's kind of what I want. For now. For now. Let's see. We've got Vicky Black and Baby Juju, our moderators. And yes, please remember, if you don't mind, hit the like. Yeah, there's something going on. Yeah. Good evening, Latoya Woods. Lots of emails I've been reading tonight. It was a long day, guys. And well, I came on this afternoon to let everyone at least see some of Vice President Harris's uh, first campaign stop in Milwaukee. How do you think she did this afternoon? hmm Boy, there's of lot of talk about DEI, DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Someone made some really, um, I guess, they definitely would lean toward uh, racist remarks mhm, about Kamala Harris today, giving their opinion that she got to her position because of diversity, equity, inclusion, and just a lot of different things. Plus, Black Lives Matters said that they would have preferred it to be a more open, I guess, this is my words, a more open process rather than uh, Kamala Harris just being endorsed and everyone kind of going for it. I'm going to show you what's been said. Some of that, if you want to hear it. Other than that, I'm going to play some music. I could get into some mess, but I'm telling you guys, some of the mess that's being stirred up around this channel and or being said, some of it I don't know what to make of it. I simply don't. And because of that, I'll just say it feels very much the same. It's giving off the same kind of feelings that I experienced a couple of years ago. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Um, Trust no one, and that's what I was told. trust no one? On YouTube, how many times have you heard it said, there are no friends on YouTube? You've heard that saying, right? There are relationships. Some of them could be short term, very short. Some people have taken, this is what I've heard, some of these relationships, quote unquote, off of YouTube. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. I really, don't get me wrong when I say this. I've been listening to the comments and what's been said about people's perception of what I have and have not done in their minds and their opinions, and where I should be by now in the process of finding the identity or confirming the identity of a said someone. Okay. There have been a lot of starts and stops, but not here. But there have been interest by different people, all the way back from 2021. Different people have sought the same. Who is this person? So there's a long list of people that want to find the identity, and or if they're not looking for that person, will certainly pounce on it when it's confirmed. They'll get right in line because this individual has done so much damage. So I'll just say that. Okay, and continue on with my broadcast. Mhm. Yeah. I've said it from the beginning. I'll say it again. It's never been a game. If people don't understand that by now, then they just simply don't know me. I am not part of some organization or plan. I'm not part of a farm. Not part of anyone. No one. No one. Large or small. No. I'm a content creator like many other content creators. I'm in a sector right now, black tea. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, let's see. So people's opinions are just that. It's their opinion for whatever reason, motive. It's their opinion. Yeah. I can't stop a person from having an opinion, nor am I even going to try. In the same vein, you know, um, they're not going to stop me from having my opinion either because it's mine. Yeah, it's mine. Okay. So back to this diversity, equity, and inclusion. Organizational, these frameworks, which are set to promote fair treatment, full participation of all people, particularly groups who have historically been underrepresented or subject to discrimination on the basis of identity or disability. So then that the three together, diversity, equity, and inclusion, represent the closely linked values which organizations seek to institutionalize through DEI framework. Did I say DEI? You know, we've said the other DE. Actually, there is a DEAI. Okay. There's a JEDI, a lot of different acronyms. Okay. Why am I bringing it up? What does it mean? And why now? Let's take a look at some of today's news recently, as late as this evening. Let's see if I can bring this up here. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Give me a second. Okay, it's kind of slow. Just wait a minute. So that's Charlemagne the God and Angela Rye giving their reaction to a GOP lawmaker who made some comments about Harris's race. Here's what they said.
Comments aimed at Vice President Kamala Harris's race. Listen to what Republican Congressman Tim Burchett told CNN today.
Biden said, first off, he said he's going to hire a black female for vice president, and that he just skipped over. What about white females? What about any other group? It just, when you go down that route, you take mediocrity, and that's what they have right now as a vice president.
So are you suggesting she was a DEI hire?
100%. She was a DEI hire.
So now you know why I bring it up. That is now the mantra. DEI hire. Let's continue.
Angela, what's your reaction to that?
My reaction to that is DEI didn't earn it unless you're talking about legacy admissions and some of the trust funds that many of those members of Congress have. What you have in Kamala Harris is someone who was not only a county prosecutor, a state attorney general for California, a statewide elected United States Senator, and now the vice president. I don't know about you, Jake, but for the track record for most of our vice presidents, she's pretty much on par. So I would argue that it is in fact not mediocre. What is showing in this clip is this man's racism. It's very clear that he has compared Blackness with mediocrity when many of our folks in our community know that we have to be twice as good and 3 times as qualified. And that is what you have in Kamala Harris.
Charlamagne, what's your response when you hear white Republican congressman referring to Vice President Harris as a DEI hire?
I would say MAGA has a lot of DEI hires too. You know, conservatives have a lot of DEI hires, but DEI stands for delusion, entitlement, and idiocracy. Because they're delusional because they think Donald Trump is their savior. They're entitled because they're a bunch of privileged white men who want everybody else to stay in their place. And the idiocracy comes into play because that's the movie the RNC convention reminded me of the other night.
Classic film by Mike Judge. You previously, Charlamagne, you previously called both Joe Biden and Donald Trump trash candidates, and you said you would vote in this election, but you would not endorse Biden. Now that he's out, do you think you might endorse Vice President Kamala Harris should she get the nomination?
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely would endorse Vice President Kamala Harris. You know, I supported Kamala Harris in 2020 when she ran for president. You know, I was out there on the campaign trail with her. You know, she was the only reason that I voted for the Biden-Harris ticket to begin with. And, you know, we have our, disagreements on air and off air. But I think that, she is the perfect person, to be in to fight in these unprecedented times right now. So
Angela,
yes,
Angela,
I would absolutely support her.
Certainly members of
do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? Or what do you make of that? Let me just hang on for a second. Maybe I should just... Let me just stick with this for a second. Sorry for all the changes. What do you make of that? It's getting a lot of talk right now. Seems like that's what, Republicans are beginning to say. I mean, a lot is coming out all in one day. And is it Mike Johnson, the speaker, Republican speaker, is also calling on, those to just kind of tone down anything that's racist remarks or sexist remarks, because that's where it seems to be going. Okay. I also said that I wanted to tell you how Black Lives Matter, what they think about this endorsement and why they wanted to see something different, at least the process to be different. Let me see if I had it up. I did. I have it up. Let's go back here. Trying to bring it back up. Let's first start with this clip from Fox News.
All right, well, that did not take long, did it? Already the attention of...
Maybe that's... Wait a minute.
That would be fine, and we'd probably dominate the news for that.
All right, let me just tell you what this is about, then I'll go to their clip. So Black Lives Matter says Dems are party of hypocrites for installing Harris' son's public voting process. We do not live in a dictatorship. Delegates are not oligarchs, says Black Lives Matter. Well, they came out with their own statement here. I don't think I'm going to read all of it, but I'll read some of it. Black Lives Matter statement on Kamala Harris securing enough delegates become Democratic nominee. It says in an immediate release, I wish it would be in a different color, Black Lives Matter calls on the DNC to host a virtual snap primary. In Washington, D.C., Black Lives Matters demand that the Democratic National Committee, DNC, immediately host an informal virtual snap primary across the country prior to the DNC convention in August. We call for the Rules Committee to create a process that allows for public participation in the nomination process, not just a nomination by party delegates. The current political landscape is unprecedented, with President Biden stepping aside in a manner never seen before. This moment calls for decisive action to protect the integrity of our democracy and the voices of Black voters. Let me just scan through this. While Joe Biden wasn't our preferred candidate, we cannot ignore the troubling actions of the Democratic Party. The DNC refused to host debates during the primary, even though a vast majority of Democratic voters wanted them. This would have likely allowed America to see the decline of Joe Biden in 2023. The DNC changed the primary schedule and created rules that made it almost impossible for non-Biden candidates to appear on the ballot effectively, clearing the field of any challenges to the incumbent president. Following the primary, where millions of Black voters weighed in after one poor debate performance, the DNC party and billionaire donors bullied Joe Biden out of the race. Now, Democratic Party elites and billionaire donors are attempting to manipulate Black voters by anointing Kamala Harris and an unknown vice president as the new Democratic ticket without a primary vote by the public. This blatant disregard for democratic principles is unacceptable. While the potential outcome of the Harris presidency may be historic, the process to achieve it must align with true democratic values. We have no idea where Kamala Harris stands on the issues now that she has assumed Joe Biden's place, and we have no idea of the record of her potential vice president because we don't even know who that is yet. That comes from Black Lives Matter. And there is more to their statement. I'm not going to, read all of it. But they're saying they want it to be a democratic process. Do you agree with that? Do you think that their point being made is a valid one? Let me take a look at your feedback and see if there are any, or just say good evening. I see Mimi out there. Yes, I do. Yes, this is for education. Yeah, as boring as it might be, politics. You know what? It's important because on both sides, democracy is at stake, and it's less than 105 days away. If the former president, Donald Trump, gets into office, having what the Supreme Court just passed, what this immunity on some things, and he knows that he can't be held accountable for certain things, it may look like a different, and it is going to be a different America according to this 2025 project, which I have not talked about. Less government, all these things. How is that going to impact you and me both? Our future, children, families, jobs, livelihood, economics, all of this is going to be affected, impacted. So we should be at least interested in it. And I appreciate those of you who come to this channel right now because, just like me, I want to learn more. I want to get more engaged in the process and follow it and see what develops. I think this is going to be a rapidly changing I'll say fight to the end until November the 5th. And if the Democrats should win, are we going to see a repeat of what happened on January 6th? Are we going to hear the same things? The election was stolen. There's rumbling of that already. And the election hasn't even taken place. Yeah. Hasn't even taken place. Okay. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out on a couple of things. Yep. Yes, we are. Okay. So you can put in your requests right now at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Usually, I spend more time in the morning talking about politics and going over the news, unless, specifically, like I did last night, talking about who is Kamala Harris. Yeah. Getting to know, more of her background, maybe her policies, things that she has been involved in. What are her biggest, causes? Why So many are rallying around her. It looks like, yeah, the money is pouring in. Speaking of money pouring in, here's something else. Let me just throw this up again. Campaign cash. Trump files an FEC complaint over Biden's $91 million war chest transfer. They're saying it's brazen money grab. A brazen money grab. Okay? I want you to come on. Let's go. There we go.
Who's more incompetent, Biden
No.
or Harris?
Say this. Sometimes they start with other things. I just want to tell you what this is about. So, former President Trump's campaign filed a complaint with the FEC on Tuesday, accusing President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris of violating campaign finance laws. Why can't I? I have it up on my other screen. Hang on. Just a second. I don't know why this is so slow today. Yeah, I have it up here. So let's see.
More incompetent, Biden or Harris?
Well, I would say that he is currently more incompetent. I think at a certain point he was probably slightly better than her, but not much. But he was never known as a rocket scientist. You do know that, huh? And I'm talking about 35.
So listen carefully to what is being said here. If I can get it up again. The president endorsed the vice president to run for the Democratic ticket in his place and transferred his millions of dollars in campaign cash over to her. That's what is being said. The Trump campaign argued in the complaint, first reported by the New York Times and obtained by Fox. It keeps jumping. Fox News Digital, that Harris is seeking to perpetrate a $91.5 million heist of Joe Biden's leftover campaign cash. David Warrington, who serves as a general counsel for the Trump campaign, says, called the act a brazen money grab that would constitute the single largest excessive contribution and biggest violation in the history of the FEC Campaign Act of 1971 as amended. Kamala Harris is in the process of committing the largest campaign finance violation in American history. And she is using the commission's own forms to do it. Filing concluded the commission must not and cannot sit idly by while one candidate takes nearly $100 million from the authorized committee of another in the violation of the act and will of the donors who gave the money in the first place. Included in the complaint are Biden, Harris, Biden for president, aka Harris for president, and Ken Spencer as treasurer for flagrantly violating the act by making and receiving an excessive contribution, nearly $100 million, and for filing fraudulent forms with the commission purporting to repurpose one candidate's principal campaign committee for the use of another candidate. My understanding was that money, if they're talking or speaking about that money, the same money, that it would go to Kamala Harris. That it would, the war chest, she would automatically be the first in line to get it. Had you heard about this? Anyone? Okay. Well, I'll find out more about it, but that's what the Republicans are saying. I mean, they've, filed a complaint. So they're looking at the money and saying it's a money grab. The last, 2 days, all this money is pouring in. Where is it coming from? It's coming from the $81 million that supposedly came in the last, say, 36 hours, and there's probably more money that has come in since then, is said to have come from small donors. Mhm. Yeah. And then this other quote unquote 100 million, I'm not so sure. That's all been transferred, but that's what they're claiming. Okay. All right. Enough of politics for now. Okay. I know y'all want to get into some more tea. Let's see what I can. I have to weigh carefully, just like listen carefully. I'm taking more stock of the things that I've said and will say. Mhm. I am, because words matter, and my words, and I've said a lot of them, matter. And what I've found out is my words are getting twisted by a number of people right now. Maybe orchestrated, all independently, but it seems that there are some new voices that are out there in the wilderness crying out. Again, I don't know. But I'm going to be really clear again, if I have to repeat it, every time I come on the air and get into the black tea or the mess. There's only one person that I have a beef with. That's it. Now, people can have their opinions and they can say things. Doesn't mean I'm going to respond. I'm not interested in starting or participating in any kind of back and forth on a continuous basis. I may eventually say something. Mhm. But I won't be saying anything to create a beef or to participate in a beef. I'm not interested. I'm not. And yes, there seems to be a. Gear Papaya says, please, Teddy. They're trying to discredit and destruct. We won't let that happen. I said it feels similar to, it just feels like it felt in 2022 around this same time. Nonetheless, I mean, no less. Mhm. I would hope that by now, some people, even if it's a handful of people, who have been around should be able to, we're all adults. You can make up your own minds. You can go wherever you want. You can hear difference of opinions. But you should also be able to have a sense for maybe like question what's going on, why now, what is this all about? Senseless, that's what it is. That's what I have in my title. Senseless, that's what it is. It's like I've been through this before. The results at the time were very damning to this channel and my reputation as far as, on this platform. Mhm. People came after me. This is not a violin song here right now because it's, it's there. People had their opinions, strong opinions. There was a lot of underhandedness, a lot of plotting behind the scenes that I didn't even know about until a year later. I'm not talking about the ones who I've talked about, who I consistently, but there were others who were involved behind the scenes, stirring up stuff. Yeah. So people, I hope, can kind of, see this black tea sector for what it is. Somebody said there's only about really 3,500, and I said it to myself, you mean there's really only 35, about 3,500? I'll expand it up to 5,000. Like listeners on a consistent basis to anyone's, regular channel? You mean maxed out? So if half of the 5,000, I'll just say, are committed to a certain cause, then that leaves, another, the remainder. Yeah. And so it's the same kind of play out of the, same playbook to try to take those remaining, however many that I have on this platform, who are, my regular members or those that, want to come and listen or share whatever. Maybe they like the music, the content, whatever for, reason that they come. Yeah. They even want to try to take those. Try to say, don't listen. This has been false, telling people where to go and what to do. They did that before. And some of it worked. I've had petitions drawn up against me. I've got things still going on. Okay. And now another a little pile-on. I've got only one person, okay? That's it. Yeah. Are there some things that need to be addressed? Probably. Yeah. Baby Juju says, many others' eyes have been opened. You know what I did hear? I did hear oh boy. I'll just say, yeah, there are some eyes coming open. Yeah. Everyone is who thought a certain way about, content creators, myself included. People change their opinions over time based on, whatever they see come and go. All right. But if narratives are being spun and they are spinning quickly, I don't even know what I don't know. I don't even fully understand why certain things might be happening. Not fully. All I can say is, trust no one. Yes, spin narratives and smear campaigns. Wow. Live 50 minutes. Let me see what time it is. 11:26. I shouldn't start so late, but I'm not going to run it late. No. I'm not. Gonna play some music and I'm gonna come back. That's it. Yeah. Gonna check my email. See what else is going on. It's the irony of it all, really. Just thinking about what I was just about to say. About moving on. Okay. If anyone thinks that I'm discouraged, nope. If anyone thinks that I've thrown in the towel, nope. If anyone thinks that I'm not still focused, no. There just will be, maybe less of it in the face and more of it in the background. Yeah. What is this? Baby Juju says, what's strange is all of a sudden my feed is full of all about the tea breakdowns on the break from 3 years ago. Have you recently clicked on a video from All About the Tea or anyone who was talking about it? In their title or like hashtag? Really? Okay. Breaking it down. Now, are these new videos that are let me put it this way. So, are these recent videos that were created and now they're um, doing breakdowns of All About the Tea? That's what I'm asking. Are content creators beginning to? Okay. Baby Juju says, I don't know the content creators review, and it's all the drama. No, from 3 years ago. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I heard through the grapevine. I don't know. Let's see. I don't even want to. Let me look at my Instagram and my email, and I'll see. Has anyone heard anything that's happened today out in the streets of YouTube that would be kind of significant? You know? What? I heard I'm shaking. What? Remember what I said? Um, I'm going to stay close to home. Didn't I tell you that? Stay close to home. Hmm. Yep. Remember, it wasn't so very long ago. There was a lot of conversations, wasn't it? That seems to have dissipated. I don't know. Oh, okay. Mimi Twin says the YouTube streets was quiet today on my feed. Oh, baby Juju says home is where the heart is. That's correct. So it's been quiet. Okay, because I haven't gone like really looking around. No, but I've just heard a couple things. I haven't confirmed it, so that's why I'm not gonna. That's why I asked. Have you heard anything that's that you can confirm? Love Winds comes in with eyes. All right, let me. I said I was going to check my email. I want to send one to the boys. The boys are fighting. The content creator, wait a minute. The content creator says, how do we know you're shaking? We can't see you. Who's shaking? Nobody else heard? No? Um, which boys? Which boys are fighting? You mean there's only a few boys in this sector, right? Only a handful, less than 10 maybe that come to mind. Again, I don't follow everybody. I really don't. Oh, Mimi says, I was sent a live to watch, but it was removed by YouTube before I could view it. By YouTube? You mean like YouTube? Like a striker? A strike? YouTube? You mean? Or something different? Okay, you can keep it to yourself. Vicky Black said, I seen them, I heard them. I tell you what was removed. Remember the little short that I did about Armand Wiggins? I called it Inspiration. Well, he removed his video. He removed that video. The reason I know is because it was a little clip that would direct a person to his video, and it now shows gray. It's his video. Maybe he had second thoughts of, coming to the mic that day. I don't know. Oh, Mimi Twin says it violated policies. No, I haven't heard. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, back to the boys. Now we're just getting a little messy, just for a few minutes. Lovewind says, allegedly, Wiley and Storm hooked up, and that got messy. Literally, it was exposed by Armand, I think, or SDW. Oh, those boys. Exactly. There's only so many. And I guess all of those, Storm and Armand and SDW, they're in the same league, I think. Although Storm is a little, well, I'll just say they're all in the same league. Yeah. Yeah. It's storming? Or is that storm clouds? It's actually was getting ready to rain here. Oh, what is that? Let me take a look. Okay. Do you wanna give us a hint? Oh, that was the hint. Okay. Because I don't know. So I'm saying, do you want to give us a hint? Okay. That was a hint. Okay, I got it. Don't know who it happened to, but apparently, yes. So you were supposed to watch a video and it disappeared. A number of videos are disappearing. I don't know. I could see that. It looked like a bathtub with a shower. Yes, I saw that. Teddy makes me laugh. Shower scene allegedly. Okay. Huh? Oh, send me an email, please. Because really? No, you're not saying literally. What is this? Teddy makes me laugh. Yes, I saw that one. What is this from Love Wins? Baby Juju. Yep. Allegedly. That's just too much. I think because I don't want to talk about anything that's gonna border something that would I don't want any X's. No more X's. We can say O's, but no more X's right now. Oh, definitely not from YouTube. Mm. Stop it. Is that a rumor? Come on, guys. That's right, Vicky. Gotta cover the eyes. Ooh, that's really messy. Allegedly. All comments are I don't keep up with the boys. Although I've seen, some of their come up in the feed, like maybe Storms or Armand's because I clicked on that one video. But not, much recently. No. Yeah. I'm sure it's very interesting. Yeah. Let me look at that comment again. Oh, no. Okay. Junebug says, I watched the interview Storm did with Wiley's ex. Oh. Okay. And oh my God. I didn't watch it. So it must have something to do with that. Okay. Rip Real Entertainment News. Hashtag thank you for the 4.99. Oh, I just got a quick look as I was going through my feeds. What did you find? Oh, Vicky Black says it was too much. Is that the video that No, if it's still showing, okay. I don't know. It violated their policies. You mean like it was shocking? Well, you see, I missed a whole lot today. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I'll get caught up on some things because I haven't had a chance to watch a lot of videos. And I don't watch, I really don't watch them. I just kind of scan. Yeah. So that's what I mean. Take a look. I might watch, one or two or whatever. depending. So, who are we sending up doves? Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Let me look something up. Okay. So, um, somebody got the boot, huh? Okay. Lovewind says, all I could think about was how Storm got so mad at Jack for assuming he liked men, and now fast forward. Baby Juju says, I don't even really watch any of them. Likewise. Oh, Junebug says, I missed the video that was taken down. I hear that it was epic. Is that the video? I'll just say, was it the boys' video? Could I be any more specific or hinting? What, Mimi? Was it the boys' video you're referring to that was taken down? Well, I missed it. I didn't even know about it. Oh. Yes, thank you. And then this Real Entertainment News was a content creator. Just an okay. That's why you said rip to them? Like their channel is gone or something? Guys, I'm not caught up, all right? Forgive me. Yeah, it's kind of like this part where I'm, reading the comments, asking questions, things that maybe I haven't heard about. You mean like for real? Or a channel? I don't know. Was. That's in the past. All right. So there's something that I'm not certain of, so I won't say it. Okay. It's 11:46. If you want to clarify on that, you can send me an email. Wait a minute. So we're talking in the past. He was funny when he would sing the super chat. Really? I hadn't heard. Oh, I was thinking it must be. Yes. Well, then, prayer hands. Real entertainment passed on. Okay. This is something separate, though. Of course it is. You can't. The reason you won't be able to find the video in your history because it was removed. Yeah. Yeah. Email unwindwithteddy@gmail.com. We're an hour and 12 into it. I think it's time to end this broadcast. Maybe with some questions unanswered, maybe some questions in your mind. Email me at unwindwithteddy@gmail.com. Anything that we've talked about and you think you can like lend, fill in some of the blanks, especially right now what we're talking about. Yeah, you can email me. Yeah. But for now, I think it's time to say goodbye. I've checked my email. I'm good there. It's getting late, and I'm going to wrap this up. Join me tomorrow for Messy Mocha. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the Grizzlies. Please hit the like on your way out. But for now, it's time to say good night. Thanks for watching. Until next time, sweet dreams. Bye.